Welcome, everyone, to this week's Shorty podcast episode of the What We Meant to Say podcast with Jake and Hines. Let's take a weekly look at upcoming film, TV, and streaming releases, and also provide some historic references for the week ahead. Let the Shorty begin. Let's take a look back at things that happened prior to 2022 for the week of March 27th to April 2nd. Brought to us by songfacts.com. March 27th, 2021, Morgan Wallen's Dangerous. The double album debuts at number one for the 10th week of interest. This is the most weeks at number one since Whitney Houston's self-titled debut album in 1987. March 27th, 2008. The LA Times publishes and later retracts a story that Sean P. Diddy Combs had a hand in shooting that killed Tupac Shakur. East Side versus West Side right there. March 27th, 1987. U2 plays a rooftop concert in Los Angeles to film their video for Where the Streets Have No Name. It was actually unplanned, and so the cops got called to break it up. March 27th, 1986. Speaking of crazy, Sammy Hagar makes his first appearance as Van Halen's lead singer. All right, Jake, you got it.
All right, March 28th, 2014, Nas headlines the One Mic Hip Hop Culture Worldwide Festival, where he performs with the symphony. March 28th, 1996, Phil Collins leaves Genesis on good terms. March 28th, 1995, Wu-Tang Clan rapper Old Dirty Bastard, ODB, releases his first solo album.
What a rapper.
Yeah, what a great guy. March 28th, 1986, Stephanie German, I'm pronouncing this wrong. I should know this, though. Germanata enters the world in New York City. She is born this way, but rises to fame under the name Lady Gaga. March 28th, 1985, 4-year-old Alicia Cook makes her acting debut on the Slumber Party episode of The Cosby Show. She'll become famous as Alicia Keys.
Great singer. Singer-songwriter.
Yeah. March 29th, 2001, a tribute to Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys is heard at Radio City Music Hall with Paul Simon, Elton John, and Billy Joel performing. March 29th, 1993, A Whole New World from the Disney animated film Aladdin wins the Academy Award for Best Song. March 29th, 1980, Brian Johnson joins AC/DC to replace Bon Scott as lead singer for the Back in Black album. And March 29th, 1975, Led Zeppelin becomes the first band in history to have 6 entries on the Billboard albums chart at once. I'll hand it back to Hines.
Just crazy. March 30th, 2013, Billy Joel's producer, Phil Ramone, dies. March 30th, 2007, Jay-Z sells his company, Rockaware, to Iconics for $204 million. Did you have any Rockaware?
I don't think so. No, probably
not. I don't think I did either. I didn't have any FUBU either.
No.
March 30th, 2005, Newlyweds, Nick and Jessica, ends in its 3-season run on MTV as Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey are on the brink of divorce. I do remember that. That was big.
Yeah.
March 30th, 2001, the Detroit Free Press breaks the news that Jack and Meg White of the White Stripes are not siblings, as they claim, but instead husband and wife. March 31st, 2000. The movie High Fidelity with John Cusack and Jack Black as record store clerks debuts. March 31st, 1999. The Matrix opens in theaters. March 31st, 1984. Kenny Loggins' Footloose hits number one in America. April 1st, 2016. Guns N' Roses original members Slash and Duff McKagan are joining Axl Rose in the group again. April 1st, 1995. Tupac Shakur is in jail, but his third album, Me Against the World, hits number one. April 1st, 1992, Jake's favorite rapper, MC Hammer's Too Legit to Quit tour begins. By the end of it, 2 of his supporting acts are more popular than him, Boyz II Men and TLC.
Yeah, jeez.
Rough. That's rough when your openers end up becoming like way bigger than you.
Way bigger than you.
April 2nd, 1977, Fleetwood Mac's Rumors album hits number one in America for the first time. Now, let's take a look at upcoming film, TV, and streaming releases for the week of March 27th to April 2nd, starting with Netflix. Johnny Holiday, Beyond Rock Season 1 comes out March 29th. Mike Epps, Indiana Mike, also comes out on 29th. Good comedy. That'd be good to have. Trust No One, The Hunt for the Crypto King documentary comes out on the 30th. Are you into crypto?
I don't understand it even remotely.
And I guess this is a popular series. Casual Seasons goes seasons 1 through 4 switches from Hulu to Netflix on the 31st. I guess that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Now, this one looks good. It's called Trivia Quest, and it goes all month long, the month of April. There are daily quizzes when you watch the show and you participate. So that could be cool. It's a daily thing.
I'm down with that. I love trivia.
All right. We should play, and we will find out who is. Do you measure who's the smartest? Is that what you think it ends up being, or is who knows trivia the most?
Definitely who's better at trivia, because I'm really good at trivia, but I barely graduated college.
And as usual, on Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu, Amazon Prime, there's a whole bunch of large drops of like old series and other shows. Comes out every first of every month. So yeah, we're not going to list those. That'd be boring. On HBO Max, the movie Moonshot comes out. It's about colonizing Mars in the future, which is becoming more and more realistic. And one I think Jake will like, Julia season 1 comes out. It's about Julia Childs on HBO Max, about how she became the French chef or whatever she was, or the old lady on PBS.
Yeah, that would be interesting, I bet.
Yeah. And on Hulu, The Girls from Plainville comes out on March 29th this month. So that gives you an idea for some of the upcoming releases. Like we said, a lot of stuff drops on April 1st. We're not going to talk about it. So if you find something you like, whatever, enjoy. So Jake, what are you going to be watching or listening to this week?
What am I working on right now? We're still trying to wrap up watching Workaholics for the second time through. But I think my wife did watch one that we mentioned a few weeks ago, the Tinder Swindler or something like that. And she said it was pretty good. Did you watch that one? You watched that? I think she said she liked it.
It was pretty funny. He's actually going to have his own reality show they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. But yeah.
Anyway, I got a whole lot of nothing this week. What do you got? What are you watching?
So I'm into watching Severance on Apple TV. It's pretty good. It's kind of got me lost a little bit, but they basically, guy goes into work and does his thing, and then they delete his memory when he leaves. So pretty good. The Dropout is also super good on Hulu, about Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos. Really enjoying that. But that's a week by week release.
Oh,
so you only can watch one episode a week.
You just get one at a time. Yeah.
Yep. And then I'm trying to get through the Lakers documentary on HBO, and that's another week to week, but that's super good. So there's a lot of good stuff coming out now.
And a fun note is that I actually know somebody that makes a very brief appearance in that Lakers show. I guess it's like an episode 2, but one of my students, like a songwriting student, was an extra on that Lakers show. And she said she had a line, but it got cut, but she's still in like episode 2 for like 3 seconds.
Awesome. It's a good documentary. Yeah. There's a lot of good ones coming out on HBO Max, which if you can get HBO Max on the cheap, it's super good. Super good. All right. Well, we hope we got everyone ready for this week on what to watch. We know that Atlanta, that's one of our personal favorites, came out last week. So just remember, every week you got to check that one out. We're not going to remind you.
Yep. So no reminders.
Yeah. All right. Until next time. See ya.
We out.
Bye.